Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Dixie Punske. I'm with Easy Marketing, and we're so glad you could be here with us today to learn more about email marketing. We really have a passion for helping small businesses, so we're honored that you've taken the time to join us. Email marketing generates, on average, $36 in return on investment for every $1 spent. Yet many entrepreneurs, nonprofits, and small businesses are intimidated to get started. So today we're here to help you with that and also to share some best practices for creating effective campaigns that turn prospects into customers. Easy Marketing is located in Northeast Florida. We're celebrating 21 years in business. We specialize, of course, in email marketing, also website design, social media, and graphic design. And our clients are from every sector, ranging from local upstarts to international green energy companies. So today we're going to primarily cover the how and why of email marketing. So this particular workshop is geared toward beginners and those new to email marketing, but veterans can also pick up some great tips later in the presentation as we cover the key elements of design. So let's begin with why. Small businesses, you're generally strapped for time and resources, so why add another thing to your already full plate? And the answer is because of all the tools in your marketing toolbox, email is typically the strongest. 91% of people check their email every day. So in marketing terms, that's what we call reach, and it doesn't get any better than that. 88% check email on their smartphone, and it is consumed morning, noon, and night, more than videos or even social media. How many of you checked your email first thing this morning, or maybe the last thing before you go to bed, right? Guilty. So many of us can relate to that on a daily basis, and so can your audience. Email works because it meets your customers where they are. In fact, what's the #1 app on smartphones? It's email. More than half of all emails are opened on a mobile device, which means it's essential for all your emails to be mobile friendly. Talk more about that. And fun fact, more people own a mobile phone than own a toothbrush. That's kind of a gross fact, but the point is it's huge opportunities for success through email. Email is also very reliable. About 90% of emails get delivered compared to Facebook posts, for example, that typically reach just 2% of your followers. It's something that people are comfortable with and rely on from everything from updates from their bank, messages from school and work, and of course, promotional content from businesses and organizations. So it's clear that email is everywhere, but what does this mean for your business? Email marketing has 3 times the conversion rate of social media. So the time that you spend to create and send emails reaps a much higher reward. As I mentioned earlier, for every $1 you spend on email marketing, there's an average $36 return on investment. So that means the time and money that you spend on your marketing budget is going to come back to you multiple times over. So you might be thinking, okay, that sounds good. Email seems like a solid marketing strategy, but why do I need a special email marketing platform? Can't I just email customers from my Gmail or Yahoo account? And what I really stress is that with marketing and in business in general, first impressions matter. You rarely get a second chance. When someone opens that email from you, they're going to give it like a 2-second glance and decide whether to keep reading or to delete it and move on. What they see is going to determine what they do next. Maybe you want them to visit your website, register for an event, make a donation, try a new product. This is where professional looking email designed to drive action is crucial. So let's compare a couple emails based on first impressions. So notice the difference here between the regular email from your Outlook, Gmail, Yahoo account there on the left, and one sent through an email marketing platform on the right. Which do you think gets more results? If you're not emailing potential and former customers or if your emails look like the one on the left, then you're not really doing your marketing any justice, especially when a professional looking email from an email marketing platform is inexpensive, very easy to use, and far more effective. But it's not just about looking good. An email service provider, a platform, is going to make sure that your emails are optimized simultaneously for both the desktop and the mobile phone. Remember when I said over half of emails are opened on a mobile device, such as a cell phone? Have you ever gotten an email that's not mobile friendly? So you can't click on anything, maybe have to download, you have to keep scrolling to the right to read the whole thing. It's like getting socks from your grandma for Christmas, right? Bless her heart. It's not a package I look forward to opening. It needs to be mobile friendly. An email service provider is also going to keep you out of hot water and ensure that your emails are compliant with the CAN-SPAM Act. So this is legislation that covers email marketing. They're going to help make sure that you follow the law, make sure that you don't get blacklisted, and help you avoid any kind of fines. It's also really easy. You don't have to be an IT expert or a graphic designer. They provide these beautiful ready-made templates, and all you have to do is drag and drop in your photos and information. As you get more advanced, they're going to help you with your list management so that you can easily customize messages to get the right info to the right people. So let's say that you have like a boutique pet store and you want to share your new line of fancy dog beds. You don't need to necessarily share that with the bird and hamster owners. You want it to be really relevant to them. Once in a while might be okay, but after a while, they're going to unsubscribe if that content isn't relevant. And that's where list management helps. And finally, you're going to be more effective when you can track your success in real time, when you can see exactly who is opening your emails and where they are clicking. So reporting tools are going to be your friend, and you get those from an email marketing platform. Once we understand the why, the next question is always how? How do I do this? How do you create something that looks great, is mobile friendly, compliant with anti-spam laws, and most importantly, gets results? So as I mentioned, your regular email, Gmail, Yahoo is not going to get the job done. Trust me, nothing is going to land you in the spam folder faster than trying to send 50 emails from your Gmail account. What you really want is an email marketing platform. It's easy, it's super cheap, like typically less than $10 a month, and the results speak for themselves. There are hundreds of email marketing platforms out there. People always ask us, new ones are popping up every day. And some of them you can even get like a free basic account that has very limited features, right? A very small, limited number of emails, and typically ads that are going to pop up. And you don't know what these ads are. It might not be something that you want your business to be associated with. So I would not recommend those. After 20 years in the industry, there are maybe 5 that we could in good conscience recommend to you. Our favorite is Constant Contact. We use it for ourselves, for our own business, as well as for most of our small business and nonprofit clients. They're the industry leader, and all the images and examples that I'm going to use today are from that platform, Constant Contact. Like most things, the best way to learn is by doing. So I highly recommend that you sign up for a free trial account, and I'll give you that QR code at the end. This way, you can get in there and give it a test drive. It's going to let you use it for a month, send out a couple emails so you can really see, do I like the templates? Is it easy to use? And am I getting results? My favorite thing for small business about these email marketing platforms is that they have thousands of templates. So these are ready-made, beautiful professional designs. You can either browse or type directly in the search bar what you're looking for, and you're going to have these beautiful ready-made templates ready to go. There's ones for every industry, every holiday, every sale, promotion, special event, donation drive, you name it, they have a template. And once you pick the one you like, and I have a sample here, you're just going to add your basic information. So you're going to upload your logo, put in your contact information, and then make a copy of that, and then you can reuse the same one again and again. So that's going to save you a lot of time and effort. You customize it by adding or changing out elements like the photo and the text. It's really user friendly. So all you have to do is drag one of those blocks on the left, just take your mouse and drag it into the template, and then you're ready to add an image. You can add a video, you can add buttons, social media links, polls, RSVPs, like the sky's the limit. It's drag, drop, and done. And then the last step is to upload the email addresses that you've collected with your business and schedule your email. We like to schedule it as sort of a peak delivery time. So think like first thing Wednesday morning is a good time for people to read through their email. You don't have, if you're working on this at like 10 o'clock Sunday night, you don't have to send the email right then. You can schedule it for a more optimal time. And if you come back in a few weeks when we talk about more advanced email marketing features, we can talk a little bit more about automation and list segmentation, which is where you're sending out different things to different people to really get the most customized information. The one important thing is that people need to sign up. So you're not going to buy an email list, that's against the law, and you're not just going to start emailing everyone you know. People need to opt in. And there's a variety of ways to do that, but it's important that they explicitly say, I want emails from you. So they can verbally request it. They can check a box, like if you have a cart and people are checking out, they can check a box there. You can use a QR code. If you're using an email marketing platform, they're going to give you a special like sign up page that you can send out to all of your former and current customers. So any of these are fine as long as people are actively opting in. So then they need to know who they're going to receive emails from, have an expectation of how often. So is it's going to be once a month, once a week, once a day, and then always have a way to unsubscribe if they're no longer interested. The Can Spam Act that I mentioned requires that recipients opt in and that they're always given the opportunity to opt out. So now that we've covered some of just the basics of selecting and customizing a template, I want to talk a little bit more about the individual design elements because each serves a purpose in helping customers know who it's from, why they should open it, and what they should do next. So this is an example of a very basic template that we chose from Constant Contact just to illustrate these different elements. So this has what we call the 7 essential elements of design that are present in every or almost every marketing email. I'm going to give you tips for each in turn, but I wanted to give you the full picture here so that you know how these elements tie together. So by customizing these, you create what we call a master template for your business or organization. Consistency is very important in email marketing or any kind of marketing. You want all your emails to have a similar look and feel. We call that branding, so that customers know at a glance, even before they read it, that this is from your business. So think if you get an email from Target, right? It's gonna be red. It's gonna have that circular logo. You know right away this is from Target before I even read it. A master template is going to help you achieve that consistency, and also it saves you a ton of time because you just make a copy of it and you can reuse it again and again, and all you'll have to change out is whatever content is specific to that campaign. So, every month you can put in a new photo, you can put in whatever the new specials are, that sort of thing, but the framework around it is going to stay the same each time. So no matter what template you choose, you want to make it look like your brand. So that starts with putting the logo in there. So typically in the center or in the top left, that's going to ensure that your brand is recognized right away because it's the first thing that subscribers see within the body of the email. So people also are used to clicking on images while they shop online. So when you use something like this, you can also turn your logo into a clickable link So if I'm using my phone to read your email, I could click on your logo and it would take me directly to your website. And that's easy to do. Um, you also want to use your brand colors. So these are typically the colors that are in your logo. Sometimes you might pull out colors from your website. And if you don't know the hex value, HEX, the hex value of your colors, you can find that out pretty easily. And the reason, because not all blues are the same, right? Not all oranges are the same. So you want to use the exact color in your logo. So you can use some free color match tools like Color Cop or digital color meter, and those will help you identify those exact colors so you can put them in your template and they'll be very consistent. Once you set their template up with these basic branding elements, then next you're going to want to select a compelling image. Photos grab readers' attention and bring your marketing communications to life. So choose an image that supports your message. So if you're having a sale on a particular product, include a clear image of the product or of someone using the product. If you offer a service, you want to show people using that service and enjoying it and happy. If you're promoting an event, use a photo that captures the fun that people had last year. So in this example, Southside Cycling has included an image of the particular inventory that they are promoting. Just like with your logo, you're going to make sure that this supporting image is clickable as well. But rather than going to your home page, this one you want to link directly to the spot on your website where they can take action. So this is going to be the place where they can get more information, sign up, or purchase the specific item that you're promoting. No one wants to do a scavenger hunt around your website, so take them directly where they need to be. And this image is going to be something that you typically change out for each new email we create. So, when you have your master template, kind of have a placeholder, and then you can change out a new image each time. Your main goal of the email is to inspire action. So when you're sending them an email, you want them to do something as a result. Buy, call, sell, learn. So you want to give special attention to your headline. The headline has to capture the reader's attention and should be the largest text in your email. We recommend like a 22-point font in one of your brand colors. And then once you've piqued your reader's interest, the message body is where you provide the details about your offer. So you're going to give them what information they need to take the next step. I encourage you to keep it short and sweet, probably no longer than 20 lines of text so you don't overwhelm readers. Typically a 14-point to 16-point font is nice, and always a dark text on a light background, not vice versa, to make it easy to read. So black text on a white background, dark navy blue on a light pink, that sort of thing. And don't get too excited with the choices. Too many font styles can be distracting, so don't get too fancy. I would choose no more than 1 or 2 max, and then make sure that your formatting is consistent throughout. So if you got like a 14-point Arial font for the body of the email, do that for the whole body and then for all your emails. When it comes to designing the email, you never want to send an email without asking the reader to do something. We call that the call to action. So use a button to grab your reader's attention and to make it easy to click. Make your button pop with one of the brand colors that really draws attention. So typically something that's bright and that has contrast. And finally, use action-oriented words to engage your audience. So you don't want click here. You want things like order now, register by April 1st, request a copy, download our guide, things like that, action verbs. When people click on your button, again, make sure they go exactly where you want them to. So typically this is the same place as the image. Remember, that's clickable as well. So if you want them to purchase a product, take them to the product ordering page. If you want them to volunteer, take them to the sign-up sheet. If you want them to email you to set up a consultation, take them to the email. The image, the paragraph, and the call to action, those three elements all work together to get your audience to take action. So now let's talk about the last element of your email, and that is the footer. So this is a kind of a stamp of useful information at the bottom of your email. The best part about this is you can set it up once with your reusable master template and typically forget about it. It only needs to be updated if something big changes with your organization. So if you move to a different building, be sure to include all your contact information, your websites, hours of operation if you're a brick and mortar, and social media buttons so that people can get in touch if they have questions. So that was super fast, but there you have it, folks. Those are sort of the 7 elements of design, and all of these are really easy to customize when you use an email marketing platform. So lastly, I just want to encourage you that simple is generally best. As you're designing your email campaigns, keep it short and sweet. Americans, we have short attention spans. So when you copy your master template, you typically only need to add a picture, a paragraph, and a call to action. So that's typically like a button when you're asking them to do something. That's it. If you have a lot of additional details to share, I would put those on your website, or maybe create a document like a frequently asked questions and provide a link to those in your email, but you don't necessarily have to put all the details in there. It kind of weighs it down with extraneous information. So I would give them the highlights in a short paragraph, and then if you need more, or if there are like special circumstances, then put them to your website or to your frequently asked questions. All right, and with that, let's take some questions. Let me know what questions you guys have about email marketing. So we can talk about different platforms, and just use a little question box on the side there. Okay, I'm getting one here about how to get subscribed. Okay, so this is a great question about how do you get people to subscribe to your email marketing? That's a great question. So think of all the different touch points that you have with your customers. So if you have a brick and mortar, you're seeing customers face to face. I would print out and frame a little QR code right there by the checkout, and then train your employees to ask people if they'd like to sign up. That's a great way because they're already there. You already have an interaction with them. It's also great to give them a little incentive. So maybe if they sign up for your emails, they can get 10% off that first order. Obviously, this doesn't work for everyone. If you're a realtor, you probably can't give 10% off a house, but you do have something to give, and that's your expertise. So let's say that you have a guide to how to stage your home for selling, or you have a guide to what's going on in your local market. That's still a resource that's valuable. So you can, let people know, hey, sign up for my emails and you'll get this free downloadable guide. Also, if you've made some videos and put them on your website or on YouTube, how-to videos, for example, those are great for anybody in the service industry. That's another resource. So you can say, hey, you'll have access to these great how-to videos if you sign up for my email. So obviously ask at the register, ask on your website. There should definitely be a button there where people can sign up for emails. I suggest like a pop-up on the home page. But at the very minimum, on the contact us page or about us page, there needs to be a spot where people can sign up for emails. If you are out and about, let's say you have a booth, a table, an event, you want a QR code there where people can sign up. In your regular email, so like I'm Dixie Email Marketing, at the bottom of my email signature, where it has, my contact information, my phone number, there's a link there to sign up for our emails. You can do the same. So anytime you're emailing with a customer, they have that available. Let's see if I can see this question. There's a question about groups. Can the constant contact software be linked to Google Groups to enable back and forth conversation? Okay, I am not familiar with that. So let me ask Katrine. She's the owner of Easy Marketing, and she's really our email marketing guru. I typically do more of the social media. So I am going to follow up with her and we will email you back to answer that question because I don't know about Google Groups. But I do know that Constant Contact has hundreds of integrations. You know, like you can integrate it with Canva, with Slack, with lots of different ones. So let me check on that one specifically. But it was a great question. Any more? All right. Well, if you think of it, I'll give you our contact information in just a minute and you can email us later. We do want to invite you back. We thank you for being with us today. We are going to next month dive deeper into the art and science of writing effective emails. So this is what to say and how to say it. And in May, Katrine will be leading a session on advanced email marketing. So if this was a little elementary for you, if you're more veteran in the email marketing space, this is going to cover things like personalization, automation, reporting, and all those great tools. So we'd love to see you back for those. And here's the QR code that I was talking about. So if you scan this, it's going to take you to Constant Contract and let you have a free trial. So if you're like, I want to like give it a try, see what it's all about, feel free to scan this and take it for a test run. And I am going to send you a follow-up email later today with a copy of this slide presentation. So if you don't have your phone handy, you'll be able to scan this QR code later and also kind of review these slides or share them with someone else in your organization. So here is our contact information. If you do think of any more questions later, please give us a call or an email. We love to have questions from our audience. We thank you so much for joining us and we look forward to seeing you again next month. Talk to you then.